Alright, let's do an overview of the robot car, which I'm naming the Berserker because it has a Berserker mode. So, what we got here is some covers. We got the cover for the MP3 module here. Everything's all covered because I had some disasters. Oh yeah, I had some bad disasters with stuff shorting out and Arduinos blowing up and then MP3 players blowing up. And then the next MP3 player blowing up because I put the SD card from the previous MP3 player that was fried, and it fried this one. Yeah, quite a story. Couple of Arduinos blew recently as well, but hopefully that's the last of that. So we got the Arduino under this cover. All this stuff is sourced from printers. You take apart a printer, you're gonna find a lot of cool stuff. Bin all those weird rectangular box type pieces. This was a power supply on a printer, and it just so happens to perfectly fit an Arduino Uno. I've got a Nano in here right now because I blew up all my Unos, but I just had an Arduino Uno arrive, so it's gonna be plugged into there soon enough. Alright, and the MP3 player now runs off of this 3.7 volt battery. It's got exclusive to that MP3 player because I don't trust the power supply, and sourcing from the Arduino, it just takes too much wattage. Alright, looking at the front here, we got this. We got the ultrasonic sensor. And a piece for the bumper that it clamped on. This is the main part of the chassis itself is a hard drive bay, to which I've added the top of a DVD player case. And you look at this front piece right here. When you take apart a printer, yeah, you see it there. You take apart a printer, you're gonna find a lot of cool parts that you can use. A lot of stuff that might not even seem obviously useful at first, but will come in very handy. And it's better than buying stuff because you get all this creative fuel, you know, stuff you wouldn't think of when you're taking apart a printer. You see how they make things work and they make things go. Those bumpers are attached by hard drive magnets. I guess we'll get another look at that. The door here is from a printer. That's a printer ink door. Alright, there's a... So I left the... let's go back a bit. The wheels are printer rollers. Okay, those are hard drive magnets, which no utility in having magnets there. I just like the shape of them, and they look pretty cool. Here I have a bare bumper. The other side of the vehicle has a rubber roller piece right here. So a rubber roller piece goes over this and acts as the rubber bumper itself. But this here, it's two screws meeting at opposite ends in this this roller right here. Yeah. These little white rollers, these plastic rollers, were extremely useful. I use them quite a bit in this project as spacers as well. You'll see it in other parts of this. So I put down a sheet of this corrugated plastic stuff just to just as safety, because I got the circuit board of the MP3 player just kind of on this, so don't need anything shorting out. And I just recently made the whole chassis ground, just like you would in an actual car. And that's just so I have less wires to run. Much less wires to run, actually. So with the Arduino Uno in there, right here would be the USB plug. So you plug the USB right in there. It's solid. You don't have to like stabilize the Arduino or anything because it's bolted in there. It's gonna be bolted in there, and yeah, very robust. So it'll last forever. This ultrasonic sensor. There's this other plastic piece, this ABS piece. I drilled 2 holes into to mount it into, because one of the first things that died was my first ultrasonic sensor, because it kept smashing into things. So it's well protected now. And you see a ground wire, so I can take advantage of the grounded chassis anytime I need it, and this wire is going to the ground of the ultrasonic sensor. Wheels attached with epoxy. The inner part of the wheels, the ones that I created, the other wheel is or the other 2 wheels are just just a geared spindle, and it fits perfectly. Fits perfectly on this, and just needs some hot glue, and it's basically on there forever. With these back ones, I didn't have a geared spindle on the motor, so what I did was I cut off pieces of RG6, you know, that coax wire, and yeah, where the little copper wire goes in is pretty good. You just put it on the thin spindle of the motor. Not quite as good as the spindle with the gears, but I think I just need more epoxy. They do pop off sometimes. Got some rubber bands that function as tires, because I had to kind of adjust the height. So these steel shafts are great. Really happy about putting this in there. So it's very stable. There's a lot of like every new bolt-on thing that I put on there adds to the stability of it, and it's completely solid. Nothing rattles or anything. I relocated the power switch from up top, where it was getting pretty annoying because it was right in the way of the door. So it's down at the back now, so that's perfect. It's very solid. Beautiful. Got a spoiler. Maybe the spoiler's too much. It acts as a bumper as well. And of course, that's a speaker. Got rubber rollers on the side of this thing. Got this pillar with the IR receiver on top, and I drilled the hole and put a little blue LED in there, so when you use the IR, it lights up. Pretty cool. We got the 18650 batteries, cells. Those are out of laptops. All the motors are from printers. If you take apart 2 printers, and you'll be able to find 4 motors of the same size. So 2 printers of pretty much the same size, or the same make. That little plastic piece that you saw there, I don't know if I'm going to use that. I was thinking of using it as a stabilizer for the spoiler bumper, but I don't know. And right there is the jumper prongs. You put a jumper on there and that activates Berserker mode, and it bypasses the speed control MOSFETs, so all the power goes straight into the relays and it goes into Berserker mode. You don't want to step back when it's in Berserker mode. $18,650 battery for the MP3 player on top there. The bump and speakers. Got the bump and speakers happening. Popping the door. So we got the power train here. 4 relays, 2 MOSFETs. I put in a 2576 switch mode power supply that's under all the tape here, so that there's less strain on the regulator and the Arduino. All the peripherals are coming off of this and not off the 5 volt of the Arduino. And that's off a the pillar is off a spindle. I'll show you. Pillar's off like a thing like this. This weird gear thing. But now it's a cool light up pillar. That's original design there. Yep, we come a long way, folks. Come a long way. There's an MP3 player. So there's the original when I had the cover off there. Let's see here. So that's the current model. Oops. MP3 player on this thing works great. Yeah, she's in Berserker mode. Gonna lose a wheel. Oh shit! Alright, so in subsequent videos I'll go into more detail on the power supply and how I hacked the MP3 player to work with this. Have a good one and keep hacking.